Welcome back to EastValleyTribune.com and Varsity Xtra. Mark Heller here with Kyle Odegard. We're actually going to talk a little bit about Jon Sims, a 6'9" senior to be at Skyline, with a very interesting basketball story, and you can read about it in full on our website at Varsity Xtra and also in Sunday's EastValleyTribune.com print editions. Kyle, you spent a pretty good portion of amount of time with him and talking to some of the other people around his life and coaches, and I guess you'd be better than anybody just to give us a 20-second synopsis of this guy's backstory. Like, why is this kid such an interesting story?
Yeah, I remember the first time I saw him he was a sophomore. He was playing at Skyline in the MLK Basketball Classic at ASU, and he had potential. You could see he was a good player, still raw, and then he disappeared, and I heard he went back east somewhere. And then around February, I was talking to a Skyline parent, and they said he was back, so I wanted to look at that a little bit. Went over there this summer, talked to him, and he's been over in Richmond, Virginia at a prep school, and he also reclassified. So he sat out a year, and then he went to the prep school, but really didn't work out for him. Didn't play a lot, lost all the recruiting buzz. So it was an interesting tale for him, and now he's back playing with Skyline again, and he's trying to make up the ground that he really lost those 2 years.
You can certainly get a very good picture of this in reading the story, and it seems like he is genuinely freaked out about his future now, having gone to that and having it not worked out. And is this a red flag for other people, for other elite players trying to get themselves noticed and get scholarships and get themselves heavily recruited? This seems like a cautionary tale of going to one extent and not going overboard, or be careful what you wish for, I guess.
Yeah, it's a tough thing to figure out, because some people have gone to prep schools, done well, gotten the big time scholarships, gone to high major teams, and done well in college. Others, the teams are so good that if you're the 6th or 7th guy, sometimes people see you because you have so much exposure on those teams that you still get scholarships even though you're not the star. But when you start talking about the 8th guy, the 9th guy on the team, and you're playing 10 minutes a game, at that point it's really tough to show what you can do with all the other talent on the team when you're not getting shots, you're not getting the ball, and then it becomes probably detrimental to your development and to your ability to get college scholarships because you're just not playing. So it's definitely a double-edged sword.
Yeah, and in Sims' case, it almost went on the court backwards. He was a starter getting significant minutes as an underclassman and lost all those minutes in his pursuit of college notice and recruiting.
Especially at Skyline, where he came on as a freshman. He was starting at the end of his freshman year on varsity, started all of his sophomore year. He would have been the best player on the team as a junior. And then you go to the prep school thinking, I need more exposure, I need to play with better guys, and then it sometimes doesn't work out like it happened for him.
Yeah, and throw in some of the things he's had to endure growing up in his childhood and his background and family life, and it makes for a really interesting story, and a real, like you said, kind of a cautionary tale of sometimes be careful what you wish for. Check it out on EastValleyTribune.com's Varsity Xtra website, and also in our Sunday edition